it's the calm before the storm, and Jess and I are preparing for it, and gotta run out to get stuff right now. And well, come on, let's go take a look and see what is going on. I'll tell you this much though, it's really not that much of a calm before a storm because everything is going crazy right now. The gas stations are all getting their gas in right now, and every propane place that I've seen today had lines going around the block. Alright, stop number one, let's go check it out. We're going to Walmart. This is going to be a disaster, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you this, Walmart's got all their Halloween stuff up already too. Need to come back for that. We ain't here for that right now. There are no grills available anywhere right now. No gas grills, no. Only charcoal grills right now I can see are right here. Yeah. Wow. Gas cans getting wiped out. This was actually full the other day with all gas cans here. Gone. Surprised that there are actually still some coolers here, but they're dwindling down. Big time dwindling down. A lot of the bigger ones are gone. As you can see, the big empty spot there. Yeah. Tarps are all gone. Flashlights, knives, accessories like that are all gone too. This is also one of those things that not many people think about are your windshield wipers for a hurricane or any kind of storm coming through. It's like things like all the duct tape are gone, or the Gorilla Tape and things like that are just gone. Like, people are definitely in full storm preparation right now. As you see, the pet food is, they just restocked this because yesterday this was not like this. Restocking all the pet food right now. It looks like they're getting some shipment in. The dry food is definitely going for the pets. But unfortunately, Leia needs some food, and we got to go see if they have her bags of food here. Fortunately, they did have her bag of food, but the dog food is definitely suffering. Apparently, it seems like a lot of people eat. Well, a lot of people. It seems like a lot of dogs eat the food that she eats the Rachel Ray one. And I just literally got the last bag of the food that she eats. Wow, there's literally a line over here for something. I have no idea what this is about. This is, what the heck is going on? So this is what's going on. This line is for water. They are literally handing out limited cases of water to people, and they have it behind that door to make sure people aren't hoarding the water. There's a line just for that. 2 cases per customer. Toilet paper flying off the shelves. Every brand that you can think of is just flying off the shelves. Look at this. This is nuts. This is crazy. Paper towels are the same way. Everything is just going. What is going on? It's just gone. Gone. Toilet paper, paper towels, gone. The crackers, cheese, lunch meat, everything is just going. If you're really in this area, definitely don't wait until last minute. I think we kind of did. Never do that again. Crackers, the cookies, all the snack stuff is just gone. Cereals are kind of looking like they're okay right now. I would imagine just because of the milk situation. There was enough milk as well. I mean, come on, what's cereal without milk, right? And then it's also, what's milk without your refrigerator too? So that's kind of poses an issue as well. Sausages, the hot dogs. If you wanted hot dogs, yeah, good luck. Good luck. All the sandwich meats too. Rice, the big beans, you name it, the canned whatever, all the canned stuff is just gone. There's usually a lot more over here. You can tell that they just got a shipment in and it's just flying off the shelves already. pasta sauces, canned and jarred, gone. Ramen. It's all the pasta. Well, that was ransacked. I mean, it adds something cool into this. Check that out. That is awesome. I want those. Can I take those home? Please! That's all where the water was. Okay, I want to say this is, can we stop acting like animals in times like this, please? I get it. We all wanted water in there and this and that. Well, I didn't. I already have water at home. I have like 80 gallons of water at home right now. But we need to stop this because there's literally fist fights that just broke out inside of Walmart for cases of water. They're limited to 2 cases per customer. And apparently people didn't like that. I don't know. I don't get it. Let's just stop acting like animals and just start helping each other, please. Especially when there's things happening like a storm coming where we all should just be like minding our business and being respectful to people because we don't know who's freaking out about a storm or not. I mean, I do hope my little ghosts stay up during this storm. And the front of our door
is close to the west coast. Yes, more rain activity in that particular area, more wind in that particular area.
Manuel Soto is Orlando's emergency manager. He and a small crew are monitoring Ian's path as it approaches Florida, and the center will be fully staffed by Wednesday. He wants you to prepare as well.
Take action, protect your home, your apartment, yourself. And just be ready for any type of contingency. We always talk about the 3 basic tenets of having a plan, having your disaster kit, and keeping yourself informed.
A warning echoed by Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer.
So we're closely monitoring Ian. We encourage everybody to be prepared and assume that we will be hit by the storm. It doesn't look like it is actually going to be a direct hit, but you should be prepared.
One of the important jobs for the people here at the Emergency Operations Center is to have eyes on the city. These are cameras inside Amway Center, but they also have access to the cameras that are on the roof. Over here you've got Department of Transportation and Expressway Authority cameras, and they can not only see what's going on around the Orlando area, but as far away as Tampa. When staff see flooding, damage, debris, they have contractors on standby to assist Public Works in dispatching teams to respond once the danger has passed.
We're well prepared at this time.
Orange County's EOC is opening and working with schools to prepare shelters. Mayor Jerry Demings is urging public readiness.
We want our residents to take it seriously, to make certain that they are indeed preparing. We know that by Tuesday evening we may begin to feel some impacts of the storm.
City and county stormwater crews are working to lower lakes, clean debris from drain lines, and prevent potential flooding. By midday Monday, more than 60,000 sandbags have been distributed at 5 different sites in Orange County. Greg Fox, West 2 News.
Schools across Central Florida are announcing closures ahead of the storm, and that includes our local colleges. Orange County Public Schools will be closed on Wednesday and Thursday.
Rollins College tweeted that its residential halls will close at 4 p.m. Wednesday. The rest of the campus will close 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
It will remain closed Thursday and Friday for damage assessment. Classes are still scheduled for tomorrow.
And UCF is canceling classes starting Wednesday. Campus operations are expected to resume Friday, and classes resume on Saturday.
Storm is already changing plans for many families, including those in Lake County. Schools will be dismissing their students early tomorrow.
West 2's Anika Hope spoke with school leaders. And Anika, what else is changing for Lake County families?
Well, school will be closed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Lake County. And Lake County parents, you should have gotten a phone call or email about all of this. For tomorrow, it's early student dismissal. Tomorrow only, ELC, the elementary school aftercare program, that will still be available. Tomorrow, sports are still happening. Sherry Owens from Lake County Schools told me they want to give everyone time to plan.
And many of our schools are used as evacuation shelters. So we had to make sure that students were out early enough for staff to come in and convert those schools to shelters. Also, we wanted to make sure our parents were aware early enough and could make plans.
They have confirmed that all after-school events will be canceled Wednesday and Thursday. But she told us they know so many people are excited for all of the football games and other activities planned for Friday night. So that's why they're holding out, waiting to see what the weather will bring before they cancel anything happening Friday night. Live in Lake County, Anika Hope, West 2 News.
Anika, thank you. And go ahead and grab your phone right now and scan this QR code on your screen. It will connect you directly to our West 2 News Hurricane Survival Guide that will help you brush up on the basics and prepare for Hurricane Ian's arrival. And make sure you downloaded that West 2 News app. Our team is committed to keeping you informed and safe throughout the storm.
And this right there is definitely what Leia's going to be doing. Leia, puppy, ready for the rain? You ready for the rain? Yeah? No, she's not. She hates the rain. She'll be right there in that spot. I mean, realistically, I will be here with her too, because, I mean, I already am, so I have my spot on the couch all claimed out already, so does she.
At the latest tracking intensity for Hurricane Ian, which is making its way toward Florida tonight.
It's still a ways away from Central Florida, but it keeps getting stronger and stronger. Our team of meteorologists is tracking Ian right now, and we'll have an update for you in just a few minutes. The potential impact of Hurricane Ian by filling sandbags in Oviedo. A self-service filling station will be open tomorrow from 7 to 5. It's going to be at the Evans Street Public Works compound. You can fill up to 15 bags per household. Just remember to bring your own shovel and gloves to fill bags. And you can also get sandbags tomorrow at Central Winds Park in Winter Springs. Pre-filled bags will be available from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. tomorrow. Those bags come pre-filled, and you can take up to 10 per household while supplies last. You are asked to bring a valid state ID or your driver's license.
NASA is moving the Artemis 1 rocket back to the vehicle assembly building ahead of Ian's arrival. NASA says the process will begin tonight at 11 o'clock and take several hours to complete. NASA had hoped to launch the Artemis 1 rocket tomorrow.
And right now, all eyes are on the tropics with good reason. It seems that Ian just keeps getting stronger and stronger, which is what we've expected.
Yeah, and it's holding pretty much to form up until about 5 o'clock. There were two distinct schools of thought here, Tony, but it all seems to be coming together now.
You know, there still aren't those two schools, Jim, but there has been that tightening on up. More importantly, at this point, it really doesn't make a difference where the models are. They're so close to us. The storm is almost 500 miles wide. Bottom line, we're going to have impacts here. The outer fringe is coming in Tuesday. The lion's share, though, of this storm will be here for Wednesday, Thursday, and depending upon how it slows down, could even be with us for a good chunk of the day on Friday. You're just getting home, 6 o'clock, 100-mile-an-hour winds, that's a Category 2, and the pressure's down to 972 millibars. Hurricane hunters making all sorts of flights into this particular feature here. Look at that zigzag, unbelievable. 18-hour flights on some of these. All of that data goes into our modeling centers, and we get you these spaghetti plots, which then ultimately leads to a forecast cone, as you're seeing right here from the National Hurricane Center. So rapid intensification right through, let's call it Wednesday early afternoon, and then as that front drops on in and this continues to move northward, we'll start to see some weakening. But again, there aren't going to be hurricane force winds, even I think now, based upon what I'm seeing in the western areas of central Florida. I'm talking about Sumter County, I'm talking about potentially Marion County, and I'm talking about Polk County. We'll have to wait and see over the next 24 to 36 hours how much of a turn we get. Remember, the strongest winds are, again, around the center of the storm. It's a narrow area. We've been showing a particular graphic on that of where, with each run, where we think the strongest winds are going to be. The front, by the way, is up towards Atlanta, Georgia. Upper level wind shear not increasing just yet, but once this gets into the Gulf and this drops further to the south, we'll start to see the shear and the dry air pick up. Look at the size. Unbelievable size of this storm now. 500 miles across, tropical storm force winds now on the eastern envelope there, this particular feature. Love the visible satellite. Look at the banding going on now on the eastern side, and that is what we're worried about for the severe weather risk. Beginning late tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially even on either Friday. Look at the rains starting to come up across South Florida. And with that, as the storm gets closer, we're going to be talking about storm surge on the western side of the peninsula. We'll be updating that for our friends over towards the Tampa Bay area as well. Run to run, Jim was talking about the two camps kind of coming together. For the most part, they are starting to come together over west central Florida, but there's still a few outliers there along that northeast coast. I want to show you this. This is very interesting. One of the models we show is the graph model, and up until about Wednesday, there's very good agreement with the Hurricane Center and the storm. But watch what happens once we get into Wednesday night. This is actually seeing that front come in a little bit sooner, and that is beginning to steer this more towards the north and the east, along or potentially just east of the I-4 corridor. That's going to bring in more wind. With more on that based on the graph model, here's Alex.
Yeah, Tony, and I want to point this out. This is our in-house model here, and this just came on in. And you'll see in a moment, you actually see an eye starting to move on. Again, just one model, so don't take this for fact quite yet. But it is interesting to watch here. As we go into Tuesday, wind gusts start picking up the pace here. 22-mile-an-hour gusts in Winter Haven, in the double digits across much of central Florida. Bigger winds start to move on in as we head towards Wednesday morning. Now getting closer and closer to tropical storm force winds. You see the purple color showing the stronger winds down towards the south, beginning to move on in. Palm Coast, though, already seeing 32-mile-per-hour gusts as we go into Wednesday morning. As we go into Wednesday night, most of us dealing with 30-plus mile-per-hour gusts. And then take a look down to the south here. Watch the eyes start to move on in. There it is, right there. As we go towards Thursday morning, 66-mile-per-hour gusts, Winter Haven 61 in Claremont, 63 in downtown Orlando. As the eye slowly works its way towards the north and out towards the east, by 2 o'clock, we could be dealing with 70-mile-per-hour gusts in the Villages. Again, just one of the models, but showing some pretty intense winds across pretty much all of central Florida, especially if that eye makes that turn and comes right across I-4. Here's noon on Wednesday. Take a look. Compare that to the European and GFS forecast. The GFS has a pretty decent looking eye there on the winds. 100-mile-per-hour gusts all around it. Also in the European model, also showing some of those 100-mile-per-hour gusts, but just not quite as widespread. As we go into Thursday morning and into the afternoon, still watching those storms making their way up towards the north. So again, something we're going to keep an eye on as we go run to run. Likely winds, though, still expecting Wednesday morning to see at least the tropical storm force winds moving on in. Ahead of this, we'll be watching out for those rain bands with the gusty winds within the squall lines. But Wednesday evening, expecting sustained tropical storm force winds in some spots there in that yellow area. And then as we work your way up to the north, watching those likely winds continue to increase as we go through the day. So Marion County expecting those impacts Tuesday night into Friday night. Max wind gusts up to 60 to 80 miles per hour. Rainfall 6 to almost a foot of rain there, as we're watching that severe risk as well. Sumter County also dealing with about a half foot to about 4 to 8 inches of rainfall. Max gusts up to about 75 miles per hour from Tuesday night into Friday night. Also Lake County dealing with more similar impacts there. Rainfall about 4 to 7 inches with those gusts upwards to about 65 miles per hour. So again, flooding remains high. Severe storms also high risk. Wind gusts on the medium size and storm surge for most of the east coast of Florida on the low side. Flagler County, though, we're going to be watching out for that storm surge. Still dealing with some scattered showers and storms across southern Brevard County and into Orange County now as the sea breezes start to kick up some shower and storm activity, drifting its way up towards I-4. The evening planner will continue to watch a few of those scattered showers. Nice night overall as we go into Wednesday. And again, tracking the tropics as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Weather starts to improve as we go into next weekend.
Tonight, the mandatory evacuation's underway as Florida braces for Hurricane Ian. Hundreds of thousands ordered to evacuate on Florida's west coast. Watches and warnings in effect. All of Florida under a state of emergency. Ian rapidly intensifying, now a Category 2 storm with 100-mile-an-hour winds. The impact potentially catastrophic. Up to 20 inches of rain. Tonight, large-scale evacuations are underway in west central Florida. Tampa this evening sitting in the current projected path of Hurricane Ian. The system forecasters have been watching develop for days. Now a Category 2 hurricane and intensifying as it bears down on western Cuba with sustained winds of 100 miles per hour. Expected to make landfall mid to late week somewhere along the Florida Gulf Coast. Right now, heavy traffic on roads leading from the Tampa area, where hundreds of thousands are now under mandatory evacuation orders. The rituals of disaster in full motion. A run on food, gas, and supplies underway in many areas.
Tonight, Floridians on the move, hoping to avoid disaster after mandatory evacuations were issued in multiple counties for hundreds of thousands of people.
We did not make this decision easily, but this storm poses a serious threat, and we must do everything we can to protect our residents.
The calm coming as Tampa projects to see double-digit storm surge, 100-mile-an-hour plus sustained winds. Florida challenged by an aging population with less mobility.
We ask that our long-term care facilities begin their evacuations today. We're already seeing some of our hospitals do that.
Some families now making the decision to hit the road.
I don't know how good of a job that's going to do.
Anna Griggs is evacuating to a hotel.
So, you want some help? Okay.
The mother of 2 teenagers lives blocks from the bay. They're not sure what they'll even return to.
You stand to lose a good chunk of your livelihood if there's damage to this house.
We do, yes.
Is that your biggest concern?
I think it is. It's partly that, but it's also the fact that this is our home.
This is their roots, this is attachment.
Yeah.
And that could be severely damaged, if not destroyed.
Yeah.
Supplies are in high demand. Residents waiting in lines for hours for sandbags.
How long have you been waiting this morning?
I've been here since 5 a.m.
About 5:30.
And water supplies running thin.
I just got here and it's saying that there's no water here.
Challenges all unfolding with a storm whose wrath has yet to be fully felt.
It's really scary. I think it's not so much about losing your stuff. I think it's just about this is a home. And that would be really sad if that happened.
And Sam, we're talking about a lot of people on the move. What does the evacuation look like at this hour?
Lester, just starting behind me is Clearwater and Pinellas County, which began the process tonight of evacuating some 300,000 people, then 400,000 tomorrow. This is the storm is projected to slow down to the rate that you and I walk at, meaning the storm will be sitting here just dumping water and ratcheting up the risk for flooding. Lester?
Well, this is the storm before the storm, I guess. What do you say? Yeah. But the puppy needs stuff. A rain jacket and animal stuff needs needed. Let's check out the pet supermarket and see what's going on. Oh geez, here we go.
Oh no, we've done this before.
Yeah.
Hi.
We'll come and visit them, that's all. And especially these, no.
So, pet store trip down, sort of.
This is crazy, this sky right now.
Yeah, it's very weird out here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird week.
Apparently.
Okay, so also guys, keep in mind that your animals know what's going on because this one is starting to freak out. Yeah, I know. Thank you. She realizes something's going on that's not normal, and all she wants is attention right now. So, right? Yeah, you good girl. So, we'll keep you guys informed on everything going on around here. I'm going to try to do more of a daily update of the storm, I guess. As long as I have internet and power, I'll, do that. Yeah, oh, so most of you guys wanted to see this also. So here's a great opportunity. I'll show you guys the fridge and the magnets on here. It's a lot of universal magnets. Trust me. So yeah, here you go. This is it. A lot of stuff from New York. Some Nightmare. Some when we visit Salem, Massachusetts, we got that. This is from Horror Nights last year. Got to get one from this year still. Our Meow Baka. From obviously Gideon's. Look, it's Jess as a girl, little girl. And then all the pass holder magnets from Universal. And team member magnets as well. And they're actually in somewhat of order from when we got them. And this is this year's team member magnet. And then look, Leia with Santa. Then me and Jess at Boston Lobster Fest. Yeah. But like I said, now I get to actually stay home for a little while, I guess. That's always a good thing because we gotta put some more decorations up for Halloween because we did get a bunch of stuff. Got this little tree right here. You know, little things that need to be taken care of around here, and Steve as well. He's just gonna be hanging around. But probably tomorrow there'll be another update video, let you guys know what's going on. As of right now, it's nothing. You saw a little bit of a sky earlier with, you know, it was raining a little bit. Nothing abnormal for this time of year or Florida in general. But I'll start keeping my eye out and, you know, showing you guys what it's like through the hurricane. So we'll see you in a little while, I guess. Possibly tomorrow, possibly the next day. I don't know. It depends on, like I said, it depends on the power situation and internet situation. We're in this. We're all in this together. Let's do this. We got this. We have to, right? Prepare. Prepare yourselves. I want to know how you guys are preparing or how you recommend us to prepare. You got to remember, this is Jess and mine first hurricane like this. We've been through Sandy up in New York, but this is a first in Florida, so we're riding it out. Let's do this.